I'm going to try a couple on the border negotiations.
Oh, sure.
Now that it seems there's a semblance of optimism on the Hill, that this is inching
We've always
closer.
been optimistic.
No, on the Hill. On the Hill.
Okay.
A semblance, though. That it's inching closer to the finish line. Has the president spoken to negotiators this week? Will he meet with any of the Senate leaders on this to get it across the finish line?
So we don't have anything to preview on any conversations that the president has had specifically with the negotiations. I'm assuming you're speaking about the senators, both Republicans and Democrats. Obviously, he gets regularly updated from his team, who have been in close part of these negotiations and obviously in close contacts with members in the Senate, and they've been doing this for months now, so he's getting regular updates every day, daily updates. And the president said last week, I think someone asked him how he felt about it, and he thought it was basically a deal was coming, was soon to come. So, look, we continue to be optimistic. This is an important negotiation to try to figure out how do we address a broken system, the immigration system. How do we deal with border security? It is a bipartisan negotiation, which we really truly appreciate, to get to that agreement, and we are going to continue to be optimistic. If there are any conversations that the president is going to have that we feel, that we will that is necessary to share, we certainly will do that. But as you know, the president, because he has relationships with many of those Senate members, tends to have regular communications with some of those senators on the Hill.
Arlette had asked Kirby, so we touched on this somewhat, but I think more specifically for you, because of the politics of this, if the border policy changes come in at a higher number, the total cost of that compared to what the administration had asked for in the supplemental for border security, is there wiggle room
in the appropriations process?
Yeah. Is there wiggle room from the administration on the number that is put for the Ukraine funding? Would that come down from the administration side to keep this still in that ballpark range of $106 billion?
So I want to be really mindful and really careful here. I'm not going to say what we would accept or not accept. What I will say is that national security supplemental that the president put forth back in the fall is incredibly important. We want Congress to move forward with it. We want Congress to act on this supplemental. It is an emergency request. That's why presidents usually put forward supplementals. And it's about our national security, not just abroad, but obviously here in the U.S. And it includes Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan. It also includes, obviously, the border security. So there are different parts and pieces to this that are very important. And it was a thoughtful process. I'm not going to get into the appropriations part of it. I'm not going to get into anything else beyond letting the negotiators as they are focused on border security, to allow them to do their negotiations. Again, the negotiations that they're talking about is also obviously policy and funding as well. What are we going to do to give the resources that are needed to deal with what's going on at the border? I'm just going to keep it to there. Go ahead, Nancy.